So the topic today is about the risk of cancer based on numbers. I try to make the numbers interesting, but at least it gives you a perspective of what is your risk, especially if you're living in Malaysia, because the data I get is from Health Ministry. Every 5 years, they will compile all the cancer-related data and then complete into a report. So Malaysia National Cancer Registry report lah, every 5 years. So the most recent one, they haven't published yet. This is the most recent one because they collect the data. Imagine they finished collecting in 2016. They need 1 or 2 or maybe 2 or 3 years to compile the report. That's why it published later on. So if like for this range, like 2017 until 2022, they are still in the process of making. So this is the latest number I can find. And compared to the previous 5 years, which is 2007 to 2011, so at least you see the trend. I more or less I mentioned a bit the previous one, but the main focus is the latest one. But at least I want you to see the objective of this video. I want you to see the trend of cancer movement in Malaysia context. So the most common cancer in Malaysia. So top, breast cancer. Second, colorectal. Last is a lung, trachea, and bronchus. The third one, not the last one. They list down the 10. Then followed by lymphoma. It means for 2 sets of reports, the first 5 years and the second 5 years. So we focus on here. So you can see, but what you see is like there's an uptrend of cancer, quite jump a lot. Breast cancer from 17%, it jumped to 19%. That means breast cancer among women is getting more prevalent and getting more and more, getting younger. Later I'll show you the data. Colorectal cancer also a slight increase. Lung is a slight drop. So generally the first top 2 killer in terms of cancer is breast cancer and colorectal in Malaysia. Actually, in worldwide also about the same, the number. If you want to compare the WHO data, it's up to you, but I'm showing Malaysia. Let's focus on Malaysia. So, incidence rate based on sex. For 10 most cancer by sex. So, for male, we only focus on here. You can see an increment of colorectal cancer. Male don't have breast, man. So, colorectal is the first, the top cancer, followed by lung, and then prostate, the top 3, and then so on and so forth, lymphoma, nasopharynx, liver, leukemia, all the small percentage. But the high percentage is colorectal, lung, and prostate combined. This more than half of the male will get this type of cancer, if they get cancer. So just a perspective. For female, breast is number 1, followed by colorectal, and then the third one is cervix, and then the rest is so on and so forth. So only consider, but the big number is breast, the biggest numbers. You can see it's 34, and then you see a big increase of 3% over the 2 different period time. And then colorectal maintain the same, cervix reduce a bit, but breast cancer increase. Breast cancer, again, later I will show you the number. Breast cancer happen in the young age. So later I'll show you the demographic of age. So at least give an idea. Okay, now I'll talk about the race. Malaysia is a very interesting country. We can compare. This is compare. At least you see the different lifestyle, different lifestyle, or maybe a different gene. You can see the risk of cancer. This is very interesting. For Indian male, 1 in 13 they can get cancer. Or it means it's a general all cancer data. 1 in 13. For Chinese, 1 in 8 is very high ratio compared to Malay. 1 in 12 they can get cancer. This is male. But for female, let's look at the female. 1 in 9 Indian female will get cancer. 1 in 8, again, Chinese is the leading one. It's not a good leading one, it's cancer. 1 in 10 in Malay will get cancer. So, again, sorry, I haven't converted into an English report. So, the title is Malaysia cancer is on the rise. And then Chinese is all cancer, Chinese, almost all top cancer, Chinese is number 1. So, later we will slightly discuss why Chinese can have cancer easily. All right. Now look at the age profile. So for female, they tend to get cancer at an earlier age. You see the female go up, and then they sort of stabilize as they get old. But male, in the later age, they should. So in summary of this graph is that incidence of cancer were higher among females between the age of 25 to 64, more for female. But after the age of 65, the incidence among males peaked. Male pick up later on. So women have to, because maybe the discovery of breast cancer is easy. You look at the perspective, I show you the numbers later on. So generally breast cancer develop much earlier, or they can be discovered much earlier. That's why somehow it shifts the graph to an early age. So if you understand. So compare these 2 periods, men show a slight drop of cancer rate, but female see a jump in cancer rate. So let's look at the male cancer, top 3 cancer. The colorectal, lung, and prostate. So let's say colorectal. Colorectal, you see the graph, the demographic. So it peaks that after, that means the bars start to show in like mid-age. Then you see as you get older, your chance of getting colorectal is much higher. This is what the number is trying to show. So again, 1 in 6, 65 Malay get colorectal cancer, 1 in 43 Chinese get cancer, and 1 in 70, again, Chinese is the leading one. And then they look at the discovery. Most of the cases when they discover stage 3 and stage 4 combined is 72%. So colorectal cancer, stage 3, you see the add number, 72. That means more than 72% of the cancer, colorectal cancer discovered among male is already stage 3, stage 4. They couldn't detect in the early. I mean, only 20% get detect. Early detection of colorectal cancer is a bit hard, a bit rare. So usually when they discover 72% is already, or stage 3, stage 4, means late stage. So already matters, you need to surgery and then chemo and then radio eye, you know lah. So next we look at lung cancer. Again, the demographic is the same. The older you get, the higher chance you get cancer, lung cancer. But the one thing, again, the number, Chinese is the leading one. I don't want to read all the details. If you want, you can download this report from Health Ministry. You just Google, you can find it. But I want to look at this number. You see, those who discover they have lung cancer among male, most of them, 78% stage 4. If you include stage 3 combined, 93.5. That means lung cancer, if you kena, and then sayonara, means your risk is already it's very hard. Lung cancer, usually death rate is very high because the late discovery, 93%, all discovered in the 3rd stage or 4th stage. So very high, late discovery. So again, then look at the next one, the prostate, next one, the prostate cancer. Again, you see the demographic is much lower. You very seldom middle age have it, or usually old age people when you pass 60, your prostate, your pee not so strong, and then midnight have to go out and pee, wake up and pee or 2 or 3 times. These are the standard signs. So and then again, Chinese is the leading and very high leading. 117 Malay can get one. 1 in 108 Indian male can have pervasive. 1 in 72 male, Chinese male, old age male can get cancer. Again, high, super high compared to other races. I don't know. We have to figure out why Chinese. Maybe the gene, maybe the way they eat. So I leave it to you to do thinking. I'm just showing the numbers. But late stage discovery are only 68%. That means 32% they can find out early because prostate, because a symptom you can feel early because your pee problem and then, or maybe your sex problem is not so good. Then you go and check and then you find it early. So that's why this problem can detect earlier. So these are the male number. I'm done with the male number, the lung cancer. So we're done with the male. Next, let's look at female numbers, the top 3. Breast cancer, colorectal, and then cervical cancer. But breast cancer, you see a very unique trend. You see a breast cancer unique trend. Once you pass the age of 60, your risk of getting cancer generally reduced gradually. So perhaps it's a hormone-related issue because once you pass menopause, your hormone change. So your risk of breast cancer reduced, but it doesn't mean other cancer reduced as well. So let's look at the number. Again, Chinese is leading. 1 in 22 Chinese can get one. 1 in 30 Malay get one. Again, Chinese has a higher risk. And Indian quite close. 1 in 23 have breast cancer. Breast cancer quite common among Indian lady as well. So, and let's look at the number of discovery. But the good thing about breast cancer is for stage 3 and stage 4 combined, 47.9. That means more than half, more than 50% of the cancer can be detected at stage 1 or stage 2, mostly stage 2. Mostly stage 2 because you can do mammogram, you can palpate yourself. That's why breast cancer can detect early. That also contributes why the cases is small because you can have early detection. Because colorectal, you cannot feel anything. Even your lung, you cannot feel anything. When you feel something, already very late. But breast, you can palpate, they have them tests, you can palpate some weird growth, you can go mammogram. But you cannot like do x-ray your body every year, go, doctor, I want to x-ray, you check whether I got cancer, you see out, it doesn't make sense, right? Cancer, x-ray can cause cancer. So you want to find you have cancer, you expose yourself to cancer factor, that doesn't make sense. But breast, because it's localized, then the doctor, you can do every 2 years, 1 mammogram to to find out. But usually, you only go when you palpate something weird. Otherwise, no point to expose yourself to X-ray. Still X-ray, no matter how small it is. Just my point, just my 2 cents. Again, colorectal among female, late age, old age. That means old age have a higher chance of discover colorectal cancer. And then again, Chinese leading by big gap. 1 in 18 Malay, 89 Malay, 1 in 95 Indian, 1 in 57. So maybe the curry helps to prevent colorectal. Maybe. You can go Google the cumin and things, and you know the spice thing. You go Google and today I don't have time to talk about it, just focus on the numbers. So colorectal again is the late discovery. I mean more than 70% discover already stage 3 and stage 4. Similar to the male one. Actually the male one is similar 72%. Again, colorectal very hard to detect early because it has no sign at all. You cannot every year you go chuch yourself do the scope. It's costly and then it's quite tough. It's quite annoying also. So usually you wait until you have symptoms. I don't know, it's up to your parents if you like to get chuchuk from the backside to check the, it's your choice. Okay, cervical cancer, not many cases, but again the trend is the higher your age, the higher it is. Again, Chinese is the leading in cervical cancer. In general, Chinese just easily get cancer, but the discovery, the good thing about cervical is 59% of chance you can detect early at stage 1 or stage 2 because they do the pap smear. You can find early, detect the abnormalities, then you can do early treatment, then you can get early prevention, or you just remove the whole uterus altogether. So this is the top 3 cancer. So my question is, why Chinese can have cancer easily? I mean, compared to other races. You cannot find this kind of data in other countries. It's happened, Malaysia have a unique combination. So at least we have to figure out, maybe Chinese is more, they have more varieties of food. They all have exotic food. They travel more often and then they're exposed to it. Maybe, just my 2 cents. And then minorities, maybe Chinese like to eat things in a very hot wok hay thing. So these are oxidation. You see, if you know Chinese wok and fry and char like this, right? All the trans fat and things also contribute to the oxidative factor. And then Chinese like to eat hot thing. The hot thing, when you eat hot, you kill or you destroy the protein structure and enzyme. Without sufficient enzyme, your digestion cannot happen completely. Then they're causing the malformation or all the bacteria happy because you cannot digest the food properly. So the bacteria can party and then they get a lot and then the whole environment in your intestine change. This is just my assumption because we are trying to find a pattern, or maybe just Chinese genetic can get cancer easy. See, the Malay food, they usually eat it cold, right? It means you don't like to eat things hot like that. Not so much soup. These are Indian food. A lot of spices and all the spices thing. Some say, the cumin thing have to prevent cancer. The kunyit have to prevent cancer. There are research on that. You can read on that. So, and another factor, stress. So, especially for women, for breast cancer, stress not only from work, sometimes from relationship. But like I mentioned, you see breast cancer, Malay 1 in 30, Chinese 1 in 22, Indian 1 in 23. So, Chinese, Indian, I'm sorry, no offense, I'm just speaking things on a very, very, very objective perspective. And Indian, maybe the culture, when they fight, they just throw your chair and then just shout the whole street, the whole kampong, the whole taman can hear. And then the way they deal with it. Chinese, they shout and scream. When they do the opposite extreme, they don't talk to each other. So they fight, they don't talk to each other. The Cold War happened. Whereas, another is so again, is Chinese and Indian also compared to Malay is much higher. Maybe the Malay is more harmonious in living, and then the family relation is better, abang and this and things. But of course, the demographics start to change as it become urbanized. You get stress as well. The family, you see the divorce rate is generally in all races also increased. So just something to explore. So, and then maybe compare the people nowadays. They don't compare. You dress well, you use this, you earn this much. I want to be better than you. So it creates extreme stress. So because we're not living in a very harmony state. When you're under stress, your body produces cortisol. Of course, they increase your brain function. You're more focused, but it also increase your blood glucose and increase your blood pressure, and it brings down the pain sensation, because this is a natural help. This is how body works. And then it reduces your immune. This is what causes and it reduces your happiness as well, the serotonin. Sorry, I didn't have time to convert to English. So this is blood sugar, and this is they lower down your immune. When you lower down your immune, you cannot detect cancer early, so your cancer rate happen as well. Stress can increase the rate of cancer. You can go Google and find a lot of articles and a lot of research already proven. Chronic stress can increase risk of cancer. So many people wonder, will I get cancer? How do you find it? And then and how to find out? So you can do blood tests or all the tumor markers, or you can like do mammogram or X-ray. But usually, you only happen when you do blood tests. You find the CA125 or CA99, the tumor marker is elevated. It means the cancer is already there. So it doesn't achieve the preventive function. Right? So there's things you can look into, the face angle. You can go Google. I don't have time to explain so much. Maybe I make another video of face angle. How face angle serves as a predictor of cancer. What is face angle? So you have used bioimpedance analysis kind of thing, the waves, and then they bounce back. They know your cell quality. So the cell quality, your membrane quality is good. It can protect the cell, protect the DNA. Then your mutation rate is reduced. Your cancer rate is reduced. So this is oxidation. Again, it's your membrane. This is what the BIA machine, the face angle, can tell about the quality of your cell. So I will make another video on that to explain what is BIA and face angle. So you have to hang on a bit, but at least you know the numbers, and then you know your risk, and then you have, if you think you are in the high risk group, then do something to prevent it. Okay, thank you.